So here we are live for the men's opens between the Brisbane City Cobras and the Sydney Scorpions. I'm joined once again in commentary by Mark Tipple from the South Queensland Sharks, but also fantastic knowledge of a lot of these players from the Sydney Scorpions and also the Brisbane City Cobras. Mark, great to have you on board.
Thanks,
what are you looking
Adam.
forward to, mate?
Yeah, cheers, mate. Good to be here. And these are two of the top 5 teams that we didn't mention in my last commentary gig with you. And this will be a cracker of a match.
So number 22 there is Mark Roberts for the Scorps. Gets the ball onto the outside there. That was Jordan Marshall-King trying to look for one of the Horro boys.
Geordie Marshall-King, number 14 there with the blonde Bieber haircut. He's in career best form at the moment. Really focusing on his game and working hard.
He's been outstanding for quite a while, but as you said, career best form recently. As we're back into play now with our shots, there's Marshall-King hanging around the ruck area. Just the fact he's out there will keep a defender with their eyes up. Marshall-King, ball in hand. That's Tyler Love, went into half. Love again with the ball. Geordie into half. Big long ball, stacks it up, throws it out to the left-hand side. At the winger comes on in, number 31, Luke Mansour. Off the wing.
Geordie Marshall-King can throw such a flat long ball. It's just an amazing ball that he can pass long.
Must be an inherent trait in the family, I think.
Must be some good genetics in there somewhere.
Benji, Jeremy, they're all known for their slick passing. Jordan certainly demonstrates it here in the touch football world.
Wow, Kieran Toner got a touch on that, but that was offside anyway.
Cody Green, the number 3 for the Brisbane City Cobras, been around for quite some time. Fantastic ball skills. One of the unsung heroes of the Cobras outfit. Bart's now with the ball, dives over. Bartsy.
Wow, Tim Bart's gets under there, slides in.
Geordie says the touch was made, but the referee disagrees. Dave Baggio says, yep, you got him, but the ball was down first. We'll see it here. Let's have a look. There's Bartz, comes around on the sweep, dives over. Yes, I'd have to agree with that. The ball's on the ground, pushed along onto the line. That's one of the skills that people like Bartsy contain in touch footy, mate. They get the ball down on the ground and slide it along. One-handed fingertip control. Yeah,
Tim coached by his brother Michael Bartz in this team. Tim's been selected for the Trans-Tasman next month, and they're two of the smartest people in the game.
So now the Scorpions take it back through the middle. This time, Kai Simbolan takes it into the line.
So an all Parramatta lineup on the field at the moment for Scorps. Wow.
Big pass out to the wing, doesn't make it.
That ball from Geordie again, so flat and fast.
That one goes to ground, so the Cobras bring it back into play. There's Green.
The Cobras have an absolutely red-hot lineup.
Courtney in half there. There's Courtney. James Courtney in half again, 3 or 4 times. Came in off the wing to take the moves. Hayden Moffat, long left to right pass, winger.
Good job from Lukey Mansour to be out on the wing there.
Tyrrell Awai out there on the wing, left and right steps, but nowhere to go. Solid defence from the Scorps.
So many of the Cobras won the NRL Touch Premiership in its debut season in 2018, and now they've been joined by almost half the Gold Coast Titans NRL Touch team.
So lots of experience. The ball just knocked out of the hands there by an offside player. That was Sean Hooper. Referee blows the penalty in favour of the Scorpions. See, they'll bring the ball back into play now. Kieran Toner will take the tap. Jordan Marshall-King. That's Tyler Love working with Geordie. Toner again turns the ball back inside. Alex Nichols now with the ball on the outside, just stumbles. He tripped on the winger's foot, it looked like.
Incredibly athletic, this whole Scorpions team, and it'll be interesting to see how they go against the structure and smarts of the Cobras.
There's Tyler Love. Marshall-King On the hop, right to left pass, long bomb, flick back inside this time. Tyler Love takes the touch. This will be the final touch. 1 to go. Here we go now. Last touch call, Baggio, hand in the air. Yeah, late pass. You're not going to get away with that one.
Perfect defense by the Cobras, and 5 minutes in, they just look they're not letting anything in, which they haven't, actually.
Yeah, hard touch there from the Scorpions. Sees a penalty go the way of the Brisbane City Cobras.
Cody Green, number 3 there, as you mentioned earlier. I remember around 2010 looking at highlights of his.
Yeah, long-time servant of the game. And as I said, a real unsung hero of the sport up there in Brisbane. Connor Rolfe takes it into the line. There's Cody, out of half, beautiful ball off the ground. Cody's the wrapping play.
Cody's really well known for that left to right pass that he has.
James DeVere was the man there. Cody Green again. This time finds Jordan Mushking. You see Cody go in just to try to disrupt that roll ball. Ooh. A hard touch. The referee is going to blow that one up. You can't come in from the side that hard. Gives away the penalty. I don't think they'd be too disappointed with that penalty there. They seem to be a little bit rushed in defence.
Yeah, they're a little bit in trouble there, so Connor Rolfe gets in there to disrupt them.
Marcus Holm makes that touch. Good drive here. Palau takes the ball forward hard.
Wow.
Long ball.
Great play from Kyson Bowl, and Georgie Palau on the sweeper gives it back to Kai. Little dummy, then chucks long. Great finish.
So that's, I say one of the Horo brothers because I have 2, Jaden and Jordan, both number 30 on my score sheet. That makes it tough. So we'll just say Horo, try scorer.
From the famous footy family of Horos.
Absolutely. And as a Parramatta Rugby League supporter, Mark Horo was one of my favourites. So it's great to see the Horo boys here at the National Touch League representing the Sydney Scorpions as we see a sweeper play. Corey Russell coming around at pace, dishes off, gets it back this time out to Tallis Stanhope. They work well together. Stanhope gets it down now for Russell. Russell back into the middle. That'll be Hayden Moffat. Russell down for Moffat. Moffat, nice diss off the ground. Russell, big right to left pass. Doesn't get the distance needed. But
Corey
nice.
Russell just been called into the Australian men's team, and he's been featured in the commentary plenty over the week, I've heard.
He certainly has. One of our fellow commentators doing a great job out here on the field now as we see. Quick hands for the Scorpions. They make a breakaway down the side. Referee will call a touch there. Drew the penalty. So nice work. Palau slowing everything down. I've got this covered, brother, he says. But yeah, Corey has been outstanding in commentary.
Yeah, very knowledgeable.
And yeah, good to see him get those rewards being called up into the Australian men's team for the upcoming Trans-Tasman. If you're around the Newcastle area for the Anzac weekend, come on down and see the best in the business, Australia and New Zealand. I'll be there. Looking forward to the action in the Trans-Tasman.
Joe Noog there.
Yeah.
Just a bit of miscommunication there between Joey Noog and Tyler Love in the middle. Number 21 and 34. Ball goes down.
So now pushing through the middle. Good release. They need to capitalise here. They've done so. The Cobras, that's good meters. Russell trucking it up the middle. Bartz turns it back inside. My apology, that's James Courtney in the number 2, turning it back inside there. The confusion around the referee. Dave makes his way back into the defensive line now.
Joe Noog, number 21 there. He is a fantastic worker and will just do whatever the team needs. Always driving hard, always putting in 110% effort, and so important for the Parramatta teams he plays for.
There's Palau pushing the ball down through the middle. Jordan Marshall-King, left to right. Didn't even load up there. It just seemed that it came straight off the hip, that pass. So beautifully thrown. This is good meters now. Oh,
tricky little touch from Tyler Love to
you'd
get
want to
him off
have
the
that
mark.
one all over again if you were Sean Hooper. That ball needed to be on the deck quickly. This is nice meters again. Hard drive through the middle. Connor Rolfe. That's Moffat. Gets the one away for James DeVere, who was pushing up well. Rolf again, DeVere, look for the tap on. Probably need to take that catch, James.
So it's 1-1 after 10 minutes, I think. And they're really in the grind here. These teams are both right in contention for semi-finals, so this is a great preview of what's to come, two of the top teams.
Referee Baggio calls a halt to play here. He's going to bring one of the Cobras out of the line for a bit of a chat.
And the clock doesn't stop, just a reminder.
Wants the captain.
Timmy Bart's being spoken to by David Baggio. Two classy operators.
Absolutely. Dave Baggio's been at the top of the game as the number one referee in the sport for a long time. So although the penalty goes the way of the Cobras, there must have been an indiscretion. That'll be sorted out with the captain, and the captain will be told, go back and have a word to your team or your sub-box, whatever it was. Nice play, puts the ball down. But a forward pass was called by the referee, Dave Baggio.
So there's been a lot of talk because many of the Brisbane City Cobras they're from Redlands, and they obviously fall under the South Queensland Sharks region. So unfortunately, we don't have them, but it's awesome to see them build such a strong team, and they'll be right in the hunt, as you can see here.
So pushing out, they regroup now. The Cobras in defence. It's been tight, as we knew it would be here. Palau pushes up through the middle. Intercept attempt taken. Palau just got a hand on him there. Could have been a call for interference from Marcus Holm. Doesn't get the decision his way.
Number 30, Jonathan Palau, or Georgie as he's well referred to. Australian men's open winger, long-term for a long time, and it's amazing to see how talented he is that he can play in the middles here. I think he's run around at link at Nationals.
Yeah, very versatile, Georgie. There's a nice touch there from our mate Corey. Comes in, shuts that one down, so nothing doing there.
Kieran Toner's gone for the tucked in look. Very practical. So's Geordie.
So's Geordie.
Old school. I tried that once and I looked like an old lady, so I stopped it pretty quickly.
Yeah, some people can get away with it. I'd like to find a shirt big enough that I could actually tuck it. But anyway, we won't go there.
Oh, Caden Wynyard, lightning fast himself.
Yeah, but nice defence there from the Cobras lineup. So late in the touch count here. Marshall King, tap on play.
Wow.
Oh, he popped up for himself, had a second go at it.
Cuban Sheen out there, young winger from Manly, just drops it.
Couldn't reel it in.
The Scorpions obviously a traditionally really strong region comprising affiliates like Parramatta, Hornsby, Manly, some really strong clubs down in New South Wales.
Yeah, absolutely developing talent right through there. Nice long ball this time out, right to left to right, sorry, for the Cobras. Tapped back inside, but not in time. Defenders come across in cover.
Luke Mansour out on that far wing for Scorpions has just been stopping everything. Such an underrated player. I remember a couple of years ago he was doing a big athletic dive and did his collarbone. Tried to keep playing, but he might even be the MVP of Saturday night. He's a fun bloke.
MVP of Saturday night. Very important award here at the National Touch League as we see the Cobras on the attack. That's Liam Bauer there. Goes off his left foot, looks to go over, doesn't get there in time. Referee calling offside. So a penalty will be given the way of the Brisbane City Cobras. That's Bauer.
Liam Bauer, long-term servant of Brisbane Touch, nicknamed Bowser from the Donkey Kong video games.
Bowser from Donkey Kong. Well, there you go. Insight from Mark Tipple. Bartsy comes around, goes for that dive over again. This time the referee says the touch was made.
Wow, that was 50-50. Bart's almost got down under them again.
You see here now they'll regroup. Moffat. Liam Bauer. That's Cody Green. Gets over the line. Looks for the short ball for a diving Moffat, but just comes off the back of the Scorpions defender.
Hayden Moffat, one of the really upcoming players. I think he's been named once again. He was at the World Cup for Australia Mixed Opens. No relation to the other talented Moffat family. But he's one of those guys that looks like he's going slow, but he's actually gliding.
Yeah, slightly different spelling in the Moffats between the Central Coast Moffats and the Brisbane Moffats. So we see the dancing feet and the dummy flick pass back inside from Marshall King, and then around the back he goes.
Oh, wow, that was...
pretty to watch, but doesn't pay anything in the end.
That's a sensational play from Jordan Marshall King. He's got another one that looks a lot like that, as you can see.
There's a dummy flick. Green reaches out, doesn't get there, and then he gets one around the back anyway. It's all in the name again, the flick pass. But that one was like a bit of a, they call it a poker machine, you know, pretty to watch but doesn't pay.
If you look up Jordan Marshall King on YouTube, you'll see a highlight very similar to that from NTO a few years back, where he just smoked, I think, Scorpions when he was playing for Rebels.
Rebels, yep, I know the one you're talking about.
Incredible what he can do with his feet.
No touch there. So Alex Nichols for the Scorpions just pulls out of that one. The Cobras push up in defence, cut down the Scorpions' attack. And now we have a bit of a resettling period here. Palau just pushes up through the middle, nothing doing. Just feeling each other out now, the attack and defence. There's Palau, change of pace, with a bit more purpose, but loses control of the roll ball.
Oh, Georgie goes in for a double kick. He's a bit frustrated with himself.
He is cheeky little monkey, Georgie.
Could have given away a couple of penalties there, but...
You can't help but smile at him, but he's just one of those characters.
He's a good man. Can dive too.
Sean Hooper there. Gets the ball back out, this time for Alex Condon to throw a long bomb. The referees don't like it.
Went forward there, but great read from young Cuban Sheen out the back there. At the Northern Conference for New South Wales Junior State Cup, Manly in the 18 boys got the win, and he was a big part of that team.
So he's used to wearing the silverware. He'll hope to take one home from the National Touch League here in Coffs Harbour. 2.5 minutes remaining in this half. Another turnover. So both teams really not making the most of their opportunities with the ball in hand. It really is a game of chess here.
We said it'd be like finals footy, and it is. It's probably just a little bit more messy than what they'd want. So too many mistakes, and you'd see them look to stamp that out in the second half, both teams.
Alex Condon hanging around the half area there. There he is again. Half dishes it off.
Wow.
Look at that touch. Sniper comes in. And then just a simple roll ball error. That is not something you want to see too often. If you're the coach of the Cobras.
Geordie Marshall King's just started up a pretty popular how-to touch page on Instagram. It's called Swervin' with a 7. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but all the highlights he's putting out here is going to be some good viewing online later on.
So Baggio, David Baggio, the referee, blows 2 penalties against the Cobras. A forced substitution involved there as well. There must be some stick going on out there. Bit of smash talk. Cobras, that will get away with that one. Tallis Stanhope in the number 22, standing tough in the middle. There he is again making that touch. This is the final touch now. Stanhope back on side. Not much happening there for the Scorpions. Tyler Love just holding possession. And the Cobras roll forward now.
Adam, we've been speaking about favourites. I know the Mets played earlier, and it sounds like Josh Moffat had a bit of a really good game. What did you think of them?
Oh, he was outstanding, mate, in attack and defence. It was a great effort. As we talked about in our previous match, we're together to see the Cobras on the attack. As we talked about, Mets are certainly one of the favourites, but I still stick by my guns. I think the Hunter Western Hornets have their number, but Moffat was on fire in that match.
This is going to be, as we just watch a middle dump there, it's going to be one of the most hotly contested men's grades in a number of years. How many teams can take it out?
So we're counting down the clock now, just over 10 seconds remaining. Barks calls the defenders forward. There's Green, goes for the long left to right, as you said. He's famous for that pass. That one goes forward.
Luke Mansour again, MVP. Well done.
There's the half-time siren, but it was a penalty, so we'll have to have this one played out. They need to take a ball back to the mark for the correct location of the tap. There it is. I'll take the tap. Gonna push any play here. And that will see the end of the half. 1-1 half-time. Give us a quick synopsis of that half mark.
Well, first, Adam, I'd like to see, I see Luke Osborne with thongs and no Scorpion shirt over in the box over there. So if someone from TFA can sort him out, he deserves a telling off. But great half. Like we said, finals footy, it's 1-1 after 20 minutes, which is rare is with this sort of firepower on both teams. So the second half's going to be really interesting.
So we look forward to that. Half-time break here. 4 minutes remaining in the half-time break. Let's see what these boys can bring us here in the second half. The Cobras and the Scorps all tied up at 1 apiece. So we're back live here for the second half. The Cobras and the Scorpions.
Players and
Mark, how do you see the
referees
second
ready.
half playing out? What's your prediction now, mate?
Well, it's really tight. I think both teams are going to go away and fix some things, but for mine, I think Cobras probably have a little bit more, and I'm picking them to come out maybe by 2 in the end.
Okay, bold prediction there from Mark Tipple. Didn't go so well in the earlier match we had you up here for, mate.
Hang on, they won by 5. I said 3 or 4.
Right,
not too bad.
I'll give you that one. So now Corey Russell comes in to make the touch on Jordan Marshall-King. 5th touch now, final play here for the Scorpions. Little no look. And Kai Simbolan.
Geordie Marshall-King and Kyson Boland, part of that famous Parramatta win at New South Wales State Cup against Murwillumbah Mavericks, a.k.a. Gold Coast Titans, in 2015.
So now the Cobras roll forward. Nice change of pace there for Sean Hooper. Looking to punch through the middle. Liam Bauer in half. Little left foot step. Gives the ball to Georgie Palau.
Kieran Toner, number 26, is always going to be a hard man to beat one-on-one like that. Lightning speed.
Simbolan again driving through the middle, as did Caden Penny-Wynyard. Out to the sub-box. Fresh feet come on now. Loading up to the left. Good dish off. Jacob Fong there in the number 4. Driving on and pushing through the middle.
Wow, I thought it was 6 again, but great defense from Cobras there.
Hooper, James Courtney, sorry, brings the ball back into play.
I'm not sure if you meant to say Cobras or Cobras, so I'm sorry if I'm offending someone. It's a slight New Zealand accent I've got. So
tomato, either.
As they drive up the field again, good drive, but 7 on.
7 on. Referee found the infringement, coming all the way back to the box.
Good pick up from the refs there, the sideline ref.
Tony Calabria out there. As our friend, the ground announcer Luke Heckendorf, calls him number 4. So
Lukey Heckendorf doing a great job over there as well.
So if you see Tony Calabria out there, just ask him why he's called number 4. I'm sure he'd be happy to explain. Just tell him Luke Heckendorf sent you. As Jordan Marshall-King goes on to the attack, as his teammates here. That's Alex Nichols with the ball. Gets it down there for Mark Roberts. Mark Roberts, big long bomb, flick back on the inside. The referee will call a late pass there.
Good ball, but even better defense from the, I'll go with Cobras, from the Cobras there. Mark Phillips, number 22, very athletic and was part of the Philippines Men's Open team at the World Cup.
Green again off the deck. This is better for the Cobras. Another nice settle up there for Alex Condon. Picked up one-handed. Russell, long ball outside.
Wow.
That's outstanding. Timothy Bartz.
Play.
Ball down, he says.
Down.
I say I have to agree. That was a beautiful pass from our mate, Corey Russell. Let's watch it in replay. We can see Russell into half, one-handed, left-hand pick up, loads it up, right to left. You talk about Marshall King's pass. That was beautiful from Corey Russell. Direct. Timothy Bartz runs the hole. Perfect try. Cobras.
Well thought through move. 33 middle platform for Corey Russell, and Tim Bartz finishes beautifully on the out.
So the Cobras lead 2-1, and both tries to Tim Bartz. I said it in one of the ladies' games. You can't buy experience in Coles. And Tim Bartz demonstrates that there. He knew exactly the line to run, and Russell just picked it out perfectly. So now the Scorpions. Jordan Marshall-King.
He's offside, that bloke.
That's Tallis Stanhope that he was trying to draw up. Wasn't able to do so.
And my opinion on him being offside doesn't matter from up here.
No, we can't blow the whistle from the commentary position. Ball down. That could be a penalty as well. I've seen that blown probably 9 times out of 10. Get away with it on that occasion. Big shift here.
That was a really important stop from the Cobras.
Stanhope.
Up 1, rolling into the line again.
Green centers the play now. Takes control of that middle third. These are big meters. I think you need to keep going direct there. Didn't have to bring it back in the way he did there, Marcus Holm.
I've got a couple of touches in hand, I think. But
Green at half. This is the final touch now. Green looked to go long, went short, gets 6 more.
Cody Green, a part of the Indigenous All-Stars team for a number of years, and they played again, 2 or 3 weeks ago, up on the Gold Coast.
The Maori All-Stars took out that match as we saw Kieran Toner rush in and knock that ball down. That reloads the set now for the Cobras. There's Bartz again. Quick ball back. Wow. Another knockdown from Toner.
Good play. Scorps look like they're just holding on here, and it looks like Cobras are really starting to take the ascendancy.
And that was Nichols, my apologies, that knocked that one down, not Kieran Toner. Both of them wearing blue hats in the middle there. That's a nice ball off the ground again. Quick play. Ooh,
great dive.
Liam Bauer, you could just see the look on his face. He thought he got there. Read his lips. Ooh, was the sound he made. So there we have Sean Hooper. Gets it down for Tim Bartz. Bartz off the deck. Back to Hooper.
Wow.
Horro with the knockdown again. Not quite sure if that's Jaden or Jordan, but Jaden Jordan, well done, Mr. Horro.
I believe that is Jordan.
I think that may be Jordan.
And Jaden's in the sideline in a moon boot, it looks like.
Well, there we go. We'll go with Jordan.
And apologies to the Horror family. I don't mean to be horrible.
Oh, that was terrible, mate. Terrible. Anyway, the Cobras are back on the attack. There's Bartz again. Goes for the dive over and the no-look pass up to Cody Green. If he's not scoring them, he's setting them up. Timothy Bartz, take your hat off, young man. Let's watch this one again. Outstanding. Bartzy tucks in behind the half, then sweeps around, goes into the hole, looks for the dive over. That's what he's known for. They hung off. Not sure who that winger was, but you could see the despair on his face as he went down. Cody Green gets over for the Cobras. 3-1, they lead.
Yeah, that's an important try from the Cobras to really take the ascendancy here. And Tim Bartz just putting on a show, showing how intelligent he is. Yeah.
You called an MVP for a Saturday night earlier on, but I reckon Bartzy has that one covered here in this game.
Yeah.
As we see a forward pass. Cobras, another opportunity from deep within their half. They'll just truck it up the middle of the field here. No, they push back across to their sub-box.
Hayden Moffat playing expansive there to make some more metres.
Have to go forward. Now, that's good metres for the Cobras. No changes made. There's Holm pushing up through the middle. Russell on the wraparound, doesn't get there. Yeah, Holm.
Good idea from Corey Russell. If he got given that wrap ball, that bump ball, he, It
was just James DeVere, unfortunately, losing his footing there as he came in through the ruck on that angle. Good release there.
The depth of this Cobras teams might be underrated. Just the fact that you've got Brisbane City plus Redlands, who came second at Queensland State Cup and Men's Open. It's a really strong group of players.
Good pass to the outside. That's Nichols. Pushes back Roberts now. Roberts with the ball again. Quick ball. Knocked down. Didn't need to make that play. Hayden Moffat just gets the big hand out.
Yeah, he was up in the passing lane to try and get the intercept, but not close enough and just knocks it down. 6 again, giving the Scorps another chance here.
Yeah, didn't need to make that play, I don't think. As you said, he was up in the passing channel. If you're not going to take it, I don't understand the knockdown. Deep in the touch count, but no damage done there as we see Nichols put the ball down for the Scorpions. With the ball not returned to the mark, so a penalty.
With less than 11 minutes to go, the Scorpions will want to be the next team to score here, being down 2. They go down 3 with 10 minutes. I don't think they can come back from that.
I think it's more a need than a want to be the next one to score, as you see Hooper get the ball back to Tallis Stanhope. That's Stanhope with the ball now. There's Green. Green goes back to the short side again. Green with the ball again. Pulling back, just drawing the defenders up. Hits. There's Stanhope on the wrap. Could have released there. Didn't see the man snipering in. That was Nichols. Comes in on the shutdown.
Teller Stanhope. I don't know him too well, but I believe he's a Redlands boy that was in the Australian 20s mixed team that beat New Zealand in January.
Well done to him as we see the Scorpions pushing up the field now. That's better from them, much more direct. There's Palau. Tyler Love in there as well. That last pass will be late.
Good defense again, the Cobras. They're just so hard to crack at the moment.
I think the boys in the red, black and white understand the urgency of this game. They really seem to be throwing everything they've got in attack and defence at the Scorpions as Stanhope drives forward. Alex Condon gets in there. Stanhope again. A little bit clunky around the roll ball there. They'll need to readdress that. That's better. Hayden Moffat taking it forward. Liam Bauer there with the ball. That's a changeover. So the Scorpions.
So I know Scorpions beat Hornets, your favourite for the tournament, your tip, Adam, in the first round of this comp, and it just shows how close this whole division is when Cobras are out here beating Scorpions. What was the result between Cobras and Hornets, do you know? Have they played yet?
Mate, the Hornets put an absolute bucket load on the Cobras. I think they won by 7.
Wow.
There's the Scorps now into the corner. The referee right on the spot. He'll go across. David Baggio will consult with the on-field referee. He calls the ball down.
Baggio right on the spot there.
There's no complaints from the Cobras. Let's have a look at the replay. As we see there.
Caden Wynyard.
Caden Penny Wynyard go across. Little tuck in there. Yeah, the touch might have been affected before he had possession.
Yeah.
And then the ball was put on the ground.
Horro, good finish there.
Jordan Horro.
Caden Wynyard, one of the Maori All-Stars that won last month.
Yep, Caden Penny Wynyard, been around the game for a long time. As Russell now looks to get the composure back for the Cobras team. There he is, out of half, turns it back inside. Talis Stanhope holds up a long and throws an intercept.
Good read there from Cuban Sheen. Corey Russell, so tenacious. One of those guys you hate to play against, but you love to have him on your team.
Got up out of the line, made that touch. We got here.
Big mistake from the Scorps there. Just when they can drive up the field and try and tie it up with 7.5 minutes to go, they make a mistake, giving the Cobras another chance in the half field.
I still think it's anybody's game here, but as you said at half-time, you're going the way of the Cobras.
What are you thinking, Adam?
I like your prediction, but it really is too close to call for mine. I'll go with you and say the Cobras will take this one out. It's a nice pick up from half. Could have been late. Good release there. Play on. You can see the signal from the referee on the sideline.
Lukey MVP Mansour out there. Beautiful read, number 31 on the wing.
And now a penalty for flicking the ball away, not returning it to the mark. Lau takes it. Nice roll on here. Marshall King with a good drive into the line. Direct settles. As does, that's Kieran Toner. Gets it down.
Wynyard again.
Caden Penny Wynyard across from half. There's the number on the outside. We won't have a try there for Simbolan, but I believe the off-field referee has seen an obstruction or a touch. It'll go back for a late pass by the look of that one. Holding.
Holding. Yeah, right. Might have been a little shove from players off the ball there.
Well, she was adamant. As soon as the players started claiming the try, you could see her wave them away and go into David Baggio and just tell him what she'd seen. That's how the referee system works here in touch football. Great communication, good handoff there. Bartz just throws that one away.
Smart play from the Scorps, though. They just scored with Caden Wynyard scooping through, so they set up for him again on the next play.
As you said, great skills from Penny Wynyard, and he's very quick. Roll ball, sloppy roll ball there. They were trying for the penalty. Doesn't go their way for Nichols, claiming that the ball's kicked out of the ruck. There's Bartz. Corey Russell has the ball in hand now, looking to see who's coming on from the sub box as Bart's went off. On comes Alex Condon. Condon from half now, comes back. Nothing doing.
Great defense. Joe Noog there.
Liam Bauer in the middle of the field with Russell. Bauer. Yeah, nobody going forward there. David Baggio calls the first penalty.
I've picked Cobras by 2 here. There's 4.5 minutes to go.
I'd just be happy with the win. Margin not important.
Oh!
A little bit of spirit coming into this one, but Corey won't matter.
Nothing in that.
He won't worry about it.
Corey doesn't mind the rough stuff. Forced sub there for Alex Nichols. Number 28, not sure what that was for, but temporarily the Scorpions have 5 on.
And that's the second online penalty as well. Russell, hands in the air. Send him forward, sir. He wants another penalty here.
Wow. So third penalty given. Joe Noog, number 21's now been sent to the end of the field and can't take part in this set.
So it's 6-on-5 for the entire set. What can the Cobras do? You want your 2-try margin. This is where it'll come. Russell, too close. Goes off his right. Georgie Palau, too much experience. Comes in, shuts it down.
A lot of firepower on for the Cobras right now with Moffat, Green, Russell.
There goes Moffat around on the wrap. Palau comes in to shut it down. Can't get there in time. That is Bauer. He'll get across the stripe. There's your 2-try margin for the Cobras, mate. 3.5 minutes remaining.
As we watch the replay, Corey Russell gets Green to go down for a sweeper play. Moffat round the back. Just gives that ball to Bauer in the hole. Good try.
I've seen Palau, Georgie knock a million of those ones down. Didn't get on that occasion. Tough with the 6-on-5. So now the Scorpions have it all to do. 3 minutes remaining. They're 2 behind. They certainly have the class of player in this team to get these 2 tries back. But whether the Cobras are going to let them do it is another thing. Good defence. Talis Stanhope across in cover. Struck match between these 2 teams.
Scorps need to score here to have any chance.
Intercept taken. They won't do it without the ball. They need to get the ball back here. They need to toughen up in defence, the Scorpions. As Bartz rolls forward, you can see the urgency. The Scorpions getting up off the line in defence.
Look at these meters. That's
Hayden Moffat.
That's only touch 3 there.
Nice drive, Connor Rolfe there. James DeVere into the line. That's a pick-up off the left foot. A nothing end of the set there, but they'll be happy. They're down in enemy territory. The Scorpions bring the ball back into play. Roberts trucks it up the middle. Dished off out to the right-hand edge. Looking to get the fresh legs on. Pushing towards their sub-box. Here come the reinforcements. Palau on. That's a good drive from Geordie Marshall-King. There's Palau with the ball in hand now. Marshall-King from half. Goes with the big pass.
Mate.
What a shutdown from James Courtney of the Cobras.
Great flat ball again from Geordie King, but
it is pretty to watch, but again, doesn't get the result that it needed for the Scorpions. The Cobras standing tall here. Green just gets that one over the top. Sniper comes in, shuts him down. They won't be too disappointed with that. There's Russell. Gets it away to Bartz. Bartz down again for Russell. Back inside to Bauer. Bauer takes those meters. They're great meters. Russell on fire. Couldn't get one away. And then a referee will call a penalty for not returning the ball to the mark.
Whatever the Cobras did against Hornets, leaking like a tap in terms of tries, they must have fixed it because their defense has been fantastic as they're into the final minute here.
I spoke to Corey about it this morning. He said, mate, they just blew us off the park. They were very, as we know, they're very structured, the Hornets, and they stuck to their momentum. The Cobras held them early. I think they might have even scored the first one, and then the Hornets just unleashed. They found what was working for them, and they just kept at it. And the Cobras didn't have an answer, and that's what I've seen from the Hornets throughout the tournament. They really are lifting their game.
And when the Hornets get red hot, like we've been on the end of it before, it's just so hard to stop. So fair enough.
And there's Barts with the ball now. This is the game back here in action. Russell, again, the score 4-2. The hooter about to sound. So the Cobras will do the job here on the Scorpions. And a fitting end. Corey Russell just spikes the ball, looks to his box with the attitude that we know he has. He's happy. I think secretly he wants to put his hands up and pump his fist, but he'll just relax a little bit. Knows the job's not done.
He's too cool for that.
The job is not done for the Cobras, but they got the job done here against the Scorps, mate. There's your two-try margin, Tipsy. You got that one right.
Yeah,
4-2.
They're playing some good touch, and they showed there how smart and structured they are, and they'll be tough for anyone to beat for the remainder of the tournament.
So thanks for joining me once again, mate. It's been great to have you on board. Hopefully you can join me throughout the rest of the tournament. We've got another day to go. Brisbane City Cobras take that one out 4-2. Mark, great to have you on board. We'll see you later in the tournament.
Sport Australia, the principal partner.